Global majority vegans from across the world created an incredible ebook as both a statement of solidarity with Palestine and a fundraising effort for the humanitarian response in Gaza.
We are a group of global majority vegans who are deeply saddened by the ongoing genocide in Gaza, unfolding with the complicity of the international community.
We are devastated at the outbreaks of violence that have impacted Palestinian, Arab, Muslim, and Jewish communities around the world. At the same time, we recognize that the Israeli state's genocide in Gaza is not an anomaly.
It is yet another example of the systematic settler colonial violence it has perpetrated against Palestinians for over 7 decades, with overwhelming support and complacency by the international community.
We support a free Palestine in that we believe Palestinians have the right to return to their lands and the right to self-determination.
They are entitled to liberation from Israeli occupation and to live free from violence.
The cruel irony of writing a cookbook when the people of Gaza are starving is not lost on us.
This is partly a pragmatic move. We want to fundraise to alleviate some of the suffering caused in Gaza in recent months, and sharing recipes is an easy, accessible way for us to raise money.
But this project is also a statement of solidarity. To us, to be vegan is to resist oppression in all its forms.
Choosing what and what not to eat is just one means of voicing our dissent. But not everyone sees it that way.
Many within our movement have made their names and fortunes by aligning themselves with veganism, but continue to stay silent in the face of horrors perpetrated against marginalized peoples.
In other cases, they're actively involved in their oppression. The Israeli Occupation Force, IOF, for example, boasts of being the most vegan army in the world.
And vegan food companies, volunteers, and organizations have set up systems to provide vegan food to the IOF as it commits genocide.
But what's the point in abstaining from meat, leather, and wool made from non-human animals, only to enact murder, discrimination, and displacement against our fellow human beings?
Practicing veganism and anti-speciesism should naturally lead to rejecting the vegan washing of occupation and Israeli institutions' co-option of animal rights ideology. Let down by our community, this project serves as a reminder of what we as vegans should stand for and against.
This project also recognizes and challenges the cultural violence that is enacted against Palestinians.
The occupation has disrupted Palestinian foodways and weaponized Palestinians' access to food.
Prior to the military escalation in October 2023, many were unaware that Israel had been controlling food imports into Gaza for several years, restricting items like chocolate, halva, dried fruits, and essential spices like cardamom, ginger, and cumin.
Even before the bombings, 63% of Gazans faced challenges accessing adequate and nutritious food, indicating food insecurity.
And today, Israel continues to restrict Gazans' access to food and water, stemming the movement of essential supplies into the region and reportedly destroying agricultural land.
Food insecurity constitutes bodily violence, but the destruction of Palestinian foodways, which are shaped by the region's geography and history, further enacts cultural violence against Palestinian people.
So this project counters this destruction. Many recipes in this book are contributed by Palestinian vegans committed to seeing their food cultures live on.
Finally, food connects and fuels us. We hope that these recipes not only offer sustenance, but also serve as a source of strength.
Cook them for yourself during challenging times. Share them with those you care for, and draw strength from them as you navigate resistance against the weight of the world.
100% of the profits from this project will be donated to the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund, PCRF, and Salala Animal Rescue.
You can read more about these organizations at the back of this book.
We are conscious of criticisms surrounding fundraising campaigns and its roots in savior industrial complexes, and we agree that humanitarian support is not enough.
We don't wish to normalize the act of providing aid in response to violence and suffering that should never have occurred at all.
So that said, we are working towards a world where Palestinians don't need benevolence during crises.
Where Palestinians live in peace and in dignity, where they are no longer deprived from the basics that are intrinsic to community care at the root of Palestinian culture and society.
At the back of this ebook are some resources for guidance: what to do, how to learn, where to go from here.